Hello everyone, my name is Heather and I'm the person behind Happy Puppy Truffles. Today is Sunday, so I thought I'd share with you guys a fun little project that kind of takes one of the traditional origamis we've done in the past and kind of puts it into perspective in terms of dimensions so that you can use it in the real world. I'm going to show you guys how to make a little kind of folder that works really great as a card holder. Now I know a lot of people are getting ready for back to school shopping, and you might want to have something you can give, like these gift cards for buying things on like the iTunes, or all the different kinds of gift cards I know that are available. They're crazy. I mean, you can get a gift card for every single store in the world, it seems, in America. So you can buy one of those and pop them in here as a nice little way of presenting a gift to somebody as they prepare to go back to school, or if they're on their way to college for the first time. It's always a fun way to kind of decorate things. And you can certainly use regular wrapping paper. I know there's some really great wrapping paper out there for people as they start back to school or as they've graduated and are getting ready for college. So those kinds of things you can use. You do want to have your paper be cut down, this big piece of paper, to 25 by 25 centimeters. Now, I have this accent color here because when I make my little envelope, I want to make the interior be a pretty color, so rather than this kind of white in the background. That's just a point of preference. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. But I'll show you guys how to do that if it's something you want to do. So if you're using paper that's 25 by 25 centimeters, then you're going to be able to make an envelope that'll be the perfect size for those gift cards, credit cards, those kinds of things. I'm going to start off here with my paper, and this is just a really nice handmade washi use-in kind of style paper. Has a lot of good weight to it. I'm going to just start off by folding it with the color side facing down. I'm going to fold it in half vertically here. Open it up. Then I'm going to take and create a diagonal crease by taking the bottom right edge and pulling it up to that crease I just made. Make sure that it comes right down to a point right down here, and then just kind of pull it up and see where it hits up here. Now, you don't necessarily need to make this whole crease. You can just kind of pinch down here for a second and hold it, and then you want to just find where this crosses that diagonal, that center crease that we made. And once you can kind of see where that is and just pinch down from there, that's how much we want to cut off from the top. So just kind of find where that lands, and then just make sure you line up your centers as you do this and fold across here, trying to get a nice straight crease. And then just cut off this excess paper. This is stuff we don't need. So I've got that part cut off now. Now I'm just going to take each of my sides and fold into the center. I know it's a little hard to see with this paper, but you're just folding to that center crease you made. Open everything up, and then I'm going to fold each of my four corners to that crease I just made. So I'm folding just one of those sides up and then down from the top. You don't need it to be exactly on the line. We're going to be folding this in, so you don't want it to be exactly on the line because that does prevent it from folding over very good. Just shy of it. So you get all four corners folded in towards the center. Now take each of these and fold these in back to the center like we did before, but with those sides tucked underneath now. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold back right at the point where, and you can feel it actually underneath too, because this is where this edge is of this paper that we're folding on, and it hits right at this point where the V meets in the bottom. And you can kind of flip things over as you work if you want to, and just kind of, the big thing is to try to make sure that you keep everything kind of straight if you can help it. It's easy for this to kind of get sort of poofy and weird. You want to just try to keep things straight and as smooth as you can. Try to get this kind of folded over. And then I'm going to do the same thing in the back too. So you're bringing both of those sides forward and just do your best to keep everything as straight and as smooth as you can. We really want this to lay as flat as we can, so try to keep things as straight as you can here. Now this point here is where you can, if you want, take your other paper and we're just going to measure it to kind of fit in here. Now it doesn't need to be exactly the same size. You want it to be just a little shy of that, so you can kind of lay it on top of there and sort of figure out exactly where you kind of maybe want to crease it. We're just making a little lining for the inside of this. So I'm just going to fold it over and cut off at that edge. And again, this is a step that you don't necessarily have to do. It's up to you if you really want to have this kind of extra inside color. If you're using other paper and it's just a nice white, then it's not really that bothersome. But I don't like having this pattern kind of showing through, doubling there, so I like to kind of get rid of it if I can. And it kind of depends on how you folded things over, so you can kind of play around with it as you do things, but that gives me a little piece that looks like this that I'll be able to slide in. So what we're going to do is just take each of these corners and slide it into those bottom pockets. And it's going to create this kind of like frame almost, and you've got these 4 pockets here, and that's where I can put this. But I'm going to first just put a nice middle crease here by folding it in half. You can do this later, but I like kind of doing it now. It makes it kind of all fit together a little nicer. Just slide this in. Like I said, this is just a lining for our project. You don't necessarily have to do this step, but I do think it makes things look a little prettier. Slide the other side in. And if you had made that paper just a tad bit too big, it won't really work so good. So make sure you kind of get that slid in there. And then you can close this off, and then you get this really nice finished little card holder. And you've got a lot of our alternatives for where you're going to slide things into. If you want, you can slide just right into one of these pockets, like so. You can also slide it straight in, kind of like we did the background. You can slide it straight in here, which I like to do. That gives you a really nice solid. And then you can even put a little memo card here, a little message if you want to. And then if you're just using this as a wallet in general, you can then also use these back pockets that are back here. This will slide right in from the top side. Really nice too. And so, you know, if you're looking for a nice alternative when you're going out clubbing or something, I don't know, probably showing my age by saying that word. But if you don't want to carry a wallet, it's nice to use this because you can just slide your driver's license in here and keep it in your pocket. So, but there's, you know, a few even apart here too. Lots of different little places where you can slide stuff in. So, but in terms of giving it as a gift card, I think it works really great this way. I don't mean to be advertising Apple here. That's the only gift card I could find lying around my house. But you can, like I said, just slide it in there and make this as a really nice, simple to make, easy to use with any kind of paper that you might have lying around the house. Just starting off with that 25 by 25 centimeter size to make a nice little gift pack card kind of wallet for gift cards for our project. So that is our finished project for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.